Well, we had a eventful week, man. What's going on, Mr. David?
Running around. What's up? How you?
You went to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
Threw a party.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. Y'all niggas is crazy.
No, listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't even.
For doing that.
Oh, that was crazy.
That's what they told
Internet
you.
kicked you off the show.
The internet
They said I
kicked
got
off.
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
Something shifted in the energy between Jim Jones, Dave East, and Max B, and the moment it surfaced, the whole city felt it. People been watching this situation slow burn for years, like a tension-filled match where every small move matters, and suddenly everything just snapped into place. New York been tracking this whole dynamic like it's a chessboard being played in real time. No announcements, no warnings, just raw reactions and real pressure building up. For a long time, folks been whispering that some of these industry friendships aren't as solid as they seem. They show up together for studio nights, club runs, or the look of unity. But when it comes to genuine loyalty, that's when you start seeing who's truly connected and who's just standing nearby.
It's crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim, and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta holler at Capo, like, yo, bro, how you feel about that? Because I got invited directly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna definitely have that convo with bro before I just pop up and he gotta hear about it. Like, that's just me.
No, it's definitely honor in that, brother. And I think, like I was saying, like me and Fad was talking earlier, as individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion. Right. I felt like because of the relationship I didn't built with Capo over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. It's past professionalism, right? So we got a personal relationship. I feel like as a friend, the word friend people throw around, brother, everybody, yo, Fad, my brother. This nigga, my brother.
Bro.
Yo, bro, it's my brother. That's my friend. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's your brother till it's time to do brother shit, right? When you got a friend, the word friend, that comes with responsibilities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a friend, it's certain things I'm gonna do. As your friend, you should be able to trust me around your wife. Right. You should be able to trust me around money.
Right.
If you took a fall, I should be able to be there for you, right? No matter what it is, right? And the way I look at life, I just felt like, and it was no disrespect to, Max or anybody, because me and him got a relationship too, but I just wanted to make it clear where I stood as a man. Those are my principles, not nobody else. So I think it's dope that we could be able to have that conversation right here, because I felt like niggas was thinking it was something else.
Nah, I feel like with me it's like, and I agree with you 1,010%. I love this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not into trying to figure out what niggas is going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Capo know how I feel about him. He knew me since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing brand new. This ain't let me go over there for the cloud or for the cameras. Nah. I've been in contact with Max.
Right.
From jail. You know what I'm saying? He's on the album, Yo East. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a man thing. Let me holler at Jim. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's honorable.
He could have easily been like, yo, bro.
100%.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our own one on. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I'm not gonna be put in a space where I'm leaning on no side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Boy, I fuck with Capo. Like I'm not picking a side. Like that ain't me.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying?
And right when this tension was hitting its peak, Jim Jones made a move that showed his awareness of the entire situation. He launched a whole new podcast, right while the conversations were heating up. That's not accidental timing. That's a calculated step. Entering the algorithm at the perfect moment, stirring conversation, and positioning himself for a potential top-tier hip-hop podcast slot without even dropping a messy statement. And the wildest part? Jim still hasn't addressed Max B directly since Max came home. Not once. Not a single straight-up comment. But the heat around the situation didn't disappear. It just shifted to the people around him. His co-host Mayo and Dave East both been close to Max, or people directly tied to him, and they know how fast energy like this can spark conversations across the entire city. In podcasting, most hosts avoid anything messy because they're scared of backlash or misunderstandings. But when you got a co-host like Milo, yeah, nothing stays untouched for long. On the new episode of Let's Rap About It, Milo jumped straight into the tension with zero hesitation. He pressed Dave East right away about showing up to Max B's dinner party. And the second that question dropped, the room got tight. You could feel that shift instantly. Then Fab finally gave his thoughts on the whole Max B and Jim Jones situation, something fans been waiting on for what feels like forever. And honestly, you gotta give Jim Jones some credit here. With Max back home, Jim isn't spiraling online, isn't throwing subliminals, and isn't taking little jabs on his podcast. And as they explained on the show, he's not stopping anyone around him from showing Max love either. That alone is a huge difference compared to how things would have gone down 10 or 15 years ago. Back then, the vibe would have been completely different. Everybody knows that. But right now, Jim is staying focused, making business moves and keeping whatever personal feelings he has tucked away, which shows actual growth. That's why I genuinely believe that within the next year or two, it's not unrealistic to imagine Jim Jones and Max B sitting across from each other on a podcast, talking it out in front of the world.
Own perspective on things,
Right.
and how they view based on if they own experiences and stuff like that. I've seen, I've been in situations where you had to declare your side.
Right.
So my whole life,
Me too.
my whole life, I've been this way. It's not about whether it was Jim, it's anybody that I got that type of love and respect for.
Right.
I feel that way, the same way, because I don't want it to ever be no misunderstanding.
Right.
Right. You want to know exactly where I stand, because you prove who you are through actions,
Right.
not just talk.
Not talking.
Everybody talking. All these niggas is talking. I'm like, nah, we got to go a little bit deeper than that. So
Right.
I just think that it's cool, man. What you think, Spiz?
I think we spoke earlier, and even a couple weeks back, I was talking about the strength of relationships, and I think we here on this, besides the podcast, we built, a brotherhood between us.
Right.
And so I think that's like solid, just to even check in and see if that's, something that will bother you, or That's
Right.
that's what, instead of just going and just try to figure it out later. I also think that we could look at it from our perspectives individually outside of Capo, but at the same time, this is really his experience. You know what I'm saying? This is something he went through, and you can't tell a man how to feel about something that he went through and we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't really understand the principle until it's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So like when it happened to them, then they could get it.
It changed.
When it's something outside, it's easy to tell somebody, yeah, let that shit go, or you know what I'm saying?
That's not your call.
Right. So whenever he do let it go, if he do or not, you know what I'm saying? We in support of course, of letting shit go and moving forward. But at the same time, it's going to take everybody's time on their timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the internet or
that ain't no
our
group thing, man.
No, that's not.
Really
that's
how you feel in your own.
No matter
soul.
how you feel, I feel like I want us, New York as a whole, to be unified. I can't wait till we all in a room together, right? Because we all got our own relationship. And I don't think niggas give us the credit for actually starting to come together and band together and having unity in New York. Everybody was running around screaming about New York don't have unity, right? And we all came together, and we all individual artists, individual fathers, individual niggas, and we learned how to have brotherhood and still balance our individual craft. So I can't wait to the day that we all, you know what I'm saying? It's like we New York, period.
Right.
But everything is gonna happen in its time.
Facts.
If you paid attention to what Mayo was saying, he's pushing heavy for New York unity, loud, bold, and consistent. He wants the city moving as one, not splintered into old factions. But that's exactly where everything took a sharp turn. After Mayo confronted Dave East about showing up to Max B's dinner, the whole atmosphere shifted. The tension was so thick you could feel it through the screen. But Dave didn't fold. He stood firm and explained himself clearly. He wants peace in the city, not more problems. He wasn't moving sneaky, he wasn't choosing sides. He just showed respect and kept the energy clean. Simple. Then Fab stepped in with that calm, seasoned tone he always brings, breaking down the long-running issues between Max and Jim without taking sides. The whole room locked in. Fab made one thing clear: the city can't afford another decade of old street problems, and hearing him say it added weight to every word. The panel kept circling back to the same point. New York is strongest when it moves together. And that's why this episode wasn't just gossip. It was a look at how much these legends grown, how perspectives shifted, and how close the city might actually be to witnessing a moment people thought would never happen. Milo even explained why he's comfortable speaking on Max B. He's not holding on to old tensions. He said everyone involved is older now, focused on better energy, and more grounded in their decisions. When he said that, the whole room went silent. That kind of honesty hits different on camera. Dave East also opened up, explaining how people online try to force him into choosing a side he never picked. He made it clear, he respects Jim, he respects Max, and he's not letting the internet drag him into a fake narrative. That showed a lot about his character, because most artists would avoid getting close to a situation like this. Then the panel tied everything back to one major point. New York doesn't need more noise, it needs progress. The city is full of opportunities, full of talent, and too many grown men been stuck in old storylines for too long. You could feel the entire room trying to push the culture forward, even with the awareness that the streets are watching every move like a scoreboard. Just when the conversation started to settle, Milo dropped another heavy message. People see the headlines, but they don't understand the history. And he's right. Whatever happened between Jim Jones and Max B wasn't small, wasn't petty, it was deep. You could see it in their faces. Those wounds been sitting for years. Dave East followed up with how the younger generation views the whole thing. They want music, unity, energy, not recycled drama. That alone showed how much the culture evolved since the early 2000s. Then Fab added one more gem. Nobody wins when New York is divided. He knows how powerful the city could be if these iconic figures stood next to each other again. That idea lit up the whole room. Max B, Jim Jones, and the city aligned. That would shake the game like nothing else. And Fab hinted that whatever conversations he had with Jim about Max aren't on bad timing anymore. It feels like all they need is a real sit-down, grown men, face to face, to finally close a chapter that's been open for way too long. This whole discussion showed one thing. Peace might be closer than anybody realizes. Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you think they handled this whole situation? And what's it gonna take to finally see Max B and Jim Jones in the same room talking like grown men again? And before you slide out, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to push the Mike Trip channel forward. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts, send this to someone who needs the update. Appreciate you.